No, you good.
Like imagine the miracles he was doing when he was a child. His whole childhood.
Yeah.
He's probably doing all type of stuff. Growing up, he's probably walking up on the wall, upside down on the ceiling.
Right.
Probably covering, doing all type of stuff. Just like that movie, Brightburn, where you learn that he had these spiritual powers, man. Doing all type of stuff. Right, man. So hey, but guess what? What did he say? They shall do greater works. So in the times that we're coming into, all hell breaking loose, Jacob's trouble. People being smoked left and right. Wild animals tearing people up. And these times that we're coming into, miracles is gonna happen. For certain men, 144,000. Got it.
This is that precept that the brother's going into, Acts 1 verse 8. But ye shall receive power. After that the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Right, going into that power, man, as the brother's going into spiritual powers. And that's a big part of this faith, man. We are going to receive spiritual powers, just as, David accounts of him fighting a bear, man. Spiritual powers are scriptural. Yeah.
No, you're right. A berry and a lion.
Oh, yeah.
And a giant.
Yeah. These are the spiritual powers, as the scripture goes into it. I shall send men as hunters, man. These are going to be given unto us because this is what's going to be needed for us to be saved from America.
That's right.
This is Psalms 110 and verse 3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, showing that there's a day that's coming that the Lord is going to give power unto his men. It says, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. And you go into Genesis, and it was calling the sons of Adam the sons of God. From the days, it says, thou hast the dew of thy youth. So he's going to turn it back to that, to where we are the mighty men on this planet all over again.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you got that. I say men, because you mentioned 144,000 men. The might say, what about the women? The scriptures say that in Numbers 27:16 that the Lord set a man in the midst of the congregation. All this feminism crap is going out the window, man. Especially when Jacob trouble comes, there's gonna be no freedom and women's rights. And y'all gonna be trying to find us in that day, man. The scripture says that should make a man more precious than gold. So all that feminism and all that side talking is going out the window. They already got the National Guard in these cities.
Yeah.
They ready to crack these people's heads, man.
Right. They got liberty now. But what about the women? Well, what about them?
Yeah.
Look, y'all got liberty now. Look what the fuck's going on. So in the kingdom of heaven, when things get set in order, if I may, all that shit's gonna go out the window. Just to agree with the brother or not, man.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's like, what do you mean? What about the women? Y'all already comfortable. Y'all already at ease.
Right.
This is your world. What about you? The fuck? The world is against us, not y'all.
Right.
We already seen all those news articles on Jake going into jail behind the woman. We're already seeing certain accounts to where Jake is killing himself behind the woman or worshiping the woman. So what about him? Y'all already got everything.
Matter of fact, I'll tell you about them. They're gonna get humbled. Yeah. You women are gonna get jacked up the times we're coming into. Ravaged. Okay, like I said, they got the National Guard. They're gonna rough you women up, so you women are about to get roughed up. But you got it.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 34, verse 31, going into the Most High, is dealing with men. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
So the Lord, he's dealing with the men right now. That's why you don't see no woman out here with garments on teaching with us.
Right.
The Lord's dealing with the men.
That's right.
All right? Matter of fact, Yahushua, he had 12 disciples. They were all men.
Yep.
He didn't have no women disciples, you know?
Yep.
Now, he had women that followed him, but they weren't on that level, though. They weren't teaching with him.
Right.
And then even proving the point more, once Judas fell out doing that wickedness and he was replaced, no woman even came up in the conversation to being there. Another man.
Right, they didn't say, what about Mary? Let's
Yeah,
get Mary
right.
Magdalene.
Mary's been here a long time.
She washed my feet. Let's make her a disciple. You know?
Yeah, that's off.
The scriptures talk about the elect lady, man, but the Lord is not dealing with a woman who's bleeding once a month, man. There's certain laws in the scriptures about that. You're considered unclean.
Right.
So the Lord technically can't deal with you because you're unclean.
Right. Oh, going back to going back to Exodus, when the Most High said he was going to come down, he said, "Go not near your wives." You know, so that shows you he doesn't deal with women on that level. You know, we're not saying that the Lord just hates women and no women's going to be saved. That's not what we're saying. Because there is going to be 1/3 women that get saved. But the 144,000, that's all men. There's no women involved in that. All right.
Get over there, man.
I just got a quick question for the brothers because since we touched on it. What is that purification for? That's 14 days, correct? I was just wondering.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Was it 7?
I thought it was 7.
Oh, no, I was just wondering.
7 and then 30 for a birth, right?
Now, as far as after pregnancy is what? Like,
There you go.
yeah.
7:36. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, that was a good question.
Yeah. Sometimes I be getting it confused. I know it's different as far as like the purification, as far as like for the birth. I know it's different for the man, child.
Yeah.
It's
It's a little longer for women.
Yeah, boy. I just want to make sure I'm on point.
That's a good question.
Didn't mean to.
Leviticus 15 and start at 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening. Verse 20.
Now, like I said, that goes back into confusion of Babylon too, because you got women working with men. You know, you got women riding public transport. You might sit down on a seat and get unclean, and you don't even know it. Right?
Yeah.
Like this place is confusion, man. It's just adding that.
You even got women in a pew preaching while they have the issue.
Man. Yeah.
Cooking your food, braiding your hair.
Y'all bitches want to do everything but cook. Y'all bitches want to travel the whole world, but y'all can, man, that's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy, man. Everything but cook, man.
Leviticus 15 and 19. And if a woman have an issue, her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Right, so basically anything she touches, if you touch it, you become unclean too.
I'll just go to verse 21. Whosoever touch Leviticus 15 and 21. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean even until the evening.
Right, so hey, there you go, bro. So we can get that. What were you on?
Nothing. We could
Man,
I was talking.
I got some more.
Okay.
Leviticus 15 and verses 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean. Every bed whereupon she lieth all the days of her issues shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean as the uncleanness of her separation.
Like I say, randomly too. You know, I got sisters and shit. And growing up, like I kind of naturally knew like they were. Like, I didn't know they were unclean, but I kind of didn't want to be near them. You know, when they were on that shit. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Right. Use the spirit.
Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right, so the ancient prophets, you know, they wrote down the vision, you know. The Lord gave them different visions, you know, John the Revelator. He was on the island of Patmos, he saw many visions, you know, and he wrote it down. So in the times that we're in, you know, our job is to break down what was written, you know, back then. You know, you got it.
Amos 3 verse 7. Surely the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will do nothing, but he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man.
Right. The Lord, he doesn't do nothing until, you know, he reveals, you know, the prophets, what he's about to do. And the Lord revealed it unto us.
Israelites.
You know, Israelite man, the water. You know, because a lot of people have the Bible, but not a lot of people understand the secrets.
Right, there you go.
You know, so he revealed it unto certain men. You know, and with all humility, we are those men. Because we're able to go into the scriptures and tell you what the MOTB is, what the mark of the beast is. You know, tell you the fate of America. You know, to tell you the fate of these different nations. You know, Esau, Edom, the other nations, they're going into slavery. Tell you the fate of the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You will be the next rulers on the planet Earth. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, which is the Most High God and His Son, is gonna, you know, save a remnant of those people and set them up to be the rulers. Okay? So,
Amos 3, still in that same chapter, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all of your iniquities.
Matter of fact, start at the top.
Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, children of Israel, not the whole world.
Come.
The children of Israel today are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not those 1948ers. Not those small hats over there in the land right now. Those aren't the real people. Okay? Those during process.
Yup.
But you do that. Some Israelites who really look like so-called white people or so-called Chinese people. Even there's some people that look like 1948ers that's really Israelites.
Yeah.
To be honest, I could pass for one of them niggas. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I could pass for one of them, but hey, you do have our people scattered amongst these other nations, you know.
Yeah.
Where we at?
That was Habakkuk. I think that was yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Right, so it's speaking and it's not lying. Because we're seeing shit happening right now. We're seeing World War III happening, you know, escalating. You know, it's not full blown yet, but we see World War III. You know, we see these different nations, Iran, launching attacks on Israel. The whole Russia-Ukrainian situation. Proxy wars. We're seeing these wars and rumors of war. So it's not lying. Read that again. Oh, you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say as well, you see the biblical awakening of the Israelites. You see it talked about from different celebrities. You see the men on the streets around not just the nation, but around the world, waking up, claiming to be the sons of Jacob. That's huge. That's part of the vision. That's yet for an appointed time. Rereading Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
It's speaking loud and clear. Those with ears to hear can hear it. Thorough. Through Edomites.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, it will surely come, it will not tarry. You know? So hey, it's not tarrying. Though it might seem like, oh, my grandma was talking about that. Oh, they were talking about the end of the world, you know, for 50 years, you know. It seems like it's tarrying, but it's really not. If your eyes are open, you see the prophecies happening, it's not really tarrying. You know, we see it coming. And they could be jakes. I know what I said, but they could be jakes though. Bunch of through grooves. Right.
Still through with that shit. Yeah,
Still through.
Yeah. Yep.
Verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right, and that's talking about Esau Edom. It said his soul which is lifted up, meaning they're very proud. You know, the scriptures calls the Edomites the most proud. You know, but it said his soul is not upright in him because he's a wicked. You know, I forget which one you brothers mentioned with the sons of, the sons of God. I mean, the Israelites used to be known as the sons of God, you know, back in Genesis. But you had the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. Now, Esau Edom, they're the sons of the wicked. That's why their soul is not upright in them. You know?
Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. That wine are his philosophies. Philosophies he puts out to this earth. Especially Judeo-Christianity, all of it. Every single denomination of it. That's part of his wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, completely insatiable. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's America. You know? They call this place, that's confusion, see? There's a bunch of confusion out here, man. That's why we say this is Babylon the Great. Babylon means confusion. All right. Man, the Lord is gonna jack you people up, man. Bunch of losers. Yeah, it's funny how a football game will bring out
Funny bass, bro. What the? Just the concept of a funny bass. What the fuck?
The fuck is a funny bass? Or like a throw bus. You got it.
1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man.
That's a good precept because, you know, these people are in that peace and safety spirit. You know, screaming out the window and shit.
Right.
You know, thinking it's a game, you know, black nigga woman with blonde weave driving by, you know. These people they're in a peace and safety spirit, man. Yeah.
That ain't your hair, bitch.
Right.
Oh, that was
But if they actually,
It's true. It's true.
you know, 1 Thessalonians 5. Oh, I'm tripping. You just read that, right?
What?
Slaki, you just read that. Read it again.
1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They shall not escape. That judgment that's coming for you people, you're not going to escape it. The scripture says about the Most High, Yahweh, it said, who can deliver out of his hand? So when he brings all this judgment, no one's going to come to your rescue. You know, you women out here, when you get ravaged, no one's going to come to your rescue.
Come.
All right? Ultimately, when the missiles come, no one's going to come to save America. That missile defense system, that's not going to do nothing. You know?
Because that guy, Charlie Brown, what was his slogan? Not trying to rebuild America, but something about revitalizing America.
Yeah.
This place is already foretold to be destroyed. You know, it says in Jeremiah 51 that this place cannot be healed, man.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter what you do to the infrastructure or, you know, trying to get more people more entertainment, greater circuses, man. It's destined to be destroyed.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
This place, before the earth was even created, the Lord already knew he was going to destroy this place.
Yeah.
Before America was created, before the earth, you know, this is the Lord's movement. It just got to manifest, you know. Just like, hey,
just like he said in the last days, the prophets were going to be, teaching. Look, it manifested. We're here. We're one of those men.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And we just read in Habakkuk 2 that he transgresseth by wine, because that was speaking about Esau, Edom, and Habakkuk 2. But here it's speaking of Babylon the Great, which is America. Their judgments are completely intertwined together.
Right.
Both Babylon and Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
And it's saying Babylon made all the earth drink of the which that's
That's the spirit.
read that.
Drunk ass.
Zoom in on that
Jeremiah
mother.
51, verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
True.
And their skull colors are gold. I bet he was drinking out
One
of
Bud Light.
golden cup.
True.
Beat that black tea on you.
That made all the earth drunken.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like that guy. All drunk like that guy.
Like stumbling.
One
Can't
Sprite,
see.
one Sprite, one
That's what the
Bud.
other nations look like. Yeah. That's what the other nations look like, but they sobering up.
Yeah.
So you saw what happened was at Nepal.
Yeah.
Sobering up. Because there's probably Esau's setup. You know how many minds you gotta sway to do a coup? Especially the military. You gotta think of it on this scale, the analogy of like the American military today. All of them going against. You know how many minds you gotta sway to actually overthrow another? There's nothing. What?
I'm saying one in every 10%. You got to get 10% to believe, and then that it flourishes from there.
Because once one person jumps, fuck it, all of them jump. You know what I'm saying? They start getting confidence when someone moves away. Now, matter of fact, I'll let you keep speaking, but I might have to say something on this. I'll let you keep going.
And with that whole Apollo situation, that's also prophecy too, because Yahweh Shah said that there should be uproar to the people. That's an uproar. Well, actually, that's second Ezra, but still, yeah, he comes in the volume of the book. But that's uproars of the people. That's uprisings of the people. Okay. So what you got?
Still this is
It
Jeremiah.
ain't going to Best Buy and breaking windows and stealing TV.
Right.
Skateboarders rolling down the street. No, that's real deal shit. They was going up in their capital and off of people.
Yeah, burning it down.
The last I saw, it was like 30 people dead. It's probably way more because it was a military move.
Yeah.
Who I want to get into? Go ahead, bro.
They were dragging their leader through the street. That's wild to me. That's
I didn't even see that step.
yeah. She was the prime minister though before, so it's not like she's innocent.
Can someone go on to the Constitution.gov and bring up? We're gonna bring up the first, second amendment. Because you know it's being attacked. It's like, yeah, I'll see it. Bring up the first and second amendment. You can stay here. You got the first one. Yeah, that. Right there. Congress.gov. Let me see the first amendment. Just type in because we saw everything that transpired. I'm not going to repeat names just because the block is hot. The block is hot right now. I'm not even going to play with it. I'm not even going to fucking play with it.
Yeah.
Because, Esau kind of sensitive right now. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I ain't going to play with it. You got to let shit, sizzle down and let the smoke clear. Like Elder Ariala in Dallas said, be salty. You know, let your speech be seasoned. Okay? There's timing. When you talk, it's timing. You gotta let shit die down. Alright? When 9/11, we could say 9/11 now. When 9/11 happened, which that day just passed, it was a sensitive topic from 2001 to 2005, and then the shit kind of died down, and they, you know, just remember, and people post never forget, and shit like that. Now you can kind of like talk about it. People openly talk about how it was, you know, an inside job and shit like that. People openly talk about it and really don't, nothing, you know, even though probably the CIA and all that shit, FBI keeping tabs. But this just happened. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. But you know, y'all know where I'm getting this from. All right? Because it's an attack on the First and the Second Amendment. Okay? Because there were certain views or ideologies that people were with when they were speaking. Okay? They were pro 2A. They were pro 1A. All right, so read the First Amendment. And then, I'm sure y'all already brought this out, Amos 8:11.
Yep.
Bring it out again. Bring Amos 8:11. Read verbatim the First Amendment.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
Yeah, and I bet Esau highly regrets this amendment right here, because that amendment, hear me out when I say this, ultimately the Lord allows everything, but that amendment allows us to do this.
Yeah.
Man.
Real talk. Because it's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly. That's what it said, right?
Yep.
That's what it said. And that's what we're doing. That's what we have been seeing on these podcast shows and live in front of crowds. You know what I'm getting at? You see what I'm saying? Now read, because you saw the aftermath of all this shit.
Yeah.
A lot of Edomites came out. This is war!
Hot.
Yeah.
The Democrats! You see, mad as hell. So it's like, okay, if this is war, this is a declaration of get the Second Amendment. Because we're talking about Napoleon, right?
Yeah.
Get the Second Amendment.
Hey,
Because
well,
a lot of the people only focus on that one part of the Second Amendment. You got right to bear arms. Right to keep and bear arms. Go ahead.
a well-regulated militia,
But forget about the first part. Go ahead.
a well-regulated militia being necessary
Oh, okay.
to the security of a free state.
To the security of a free state. So pretty much this amendment is here for a tyrannical government, right? Well, a lot of y'all out there after recent events believe that the government is that. Exercise your Second Amendment then. Fully. Now read the other half of it.
The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. Get that word infringed. Get that word infringed. Okay? Because what happened in the colony is what all you people on TikTok talking shit are saying. Then exercise your right. Exercise your right. It's there. It's written for you. I'm not enticing you. I'm not, trying to, whatever. Again, Esau. E. I am not enticing anything like Trump did on January 6th. Because that's what you try to get him on. Enticing. Okay? I'm not doing that. I'm rereading the rights that you wrote to the people. And these are the people's rights according to your law. Get Daniel 8:25 as well. Take the word infringe.
This is infringed from the Echelon Online. This is to violate, to damage, to break off, to break, to bruise.
See? So pretty much, the amendment of the Constitution and the Second Amendment said it shall not infringe on his rights. Meaning you can't break that contract that you wrote when you first established this country. You can't break or abridge or infringe on the American people their First Amendment rights.
That's why I just hold it down.
That's why we're out here. We can do that. You can't do it. Okay? According to your law. This is all going. Your law. This is all going back to him and the Agagite. You're bound by your law too. Now you're mad.
And it's even funnier because we're here assembled because of the Bible,
Right.
which they claim to have set up the whole country off of. But we got to show the truth of it. And this is, part of.
What do they say in the what's called Pledge of Allegiance? One nation under God.
Yeah.
Okay. In the inauguration, when you get inaugurated to presidency, don't you put your right hand on the Bible? When y'all was at John McClain, not John McClain, was it John McClain? The dude who passed away? I think it's McCain.
McCain.
John McCain at his funeral, y'all were reading out of the Apocrypha.
Trump
Wow.
on his
Okay.
inauguration.
They read out of the Apocrypha?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
So you read out the Apocrypha. That was 2016?
Yeah.
You read out the Apocrypha in 2016. So you know what the deal is. Okay? You sit here and claim that you run your establishment, aka Babylon the Great, aka America, off of the Bible. So therefore we're exercising what you wrote in the First Amendment of the Constitution, that we can exercise free assembly, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion. Okay? Because the word religion means to fear God. That's all it means. So if anyone come and ask me if I got a religion, absolutely, I have a religion. Okay? I fear God. And your religion is vain, according to the book of James. Okay? If any man seem religious, is what it says, but bridleth not his tongue, therefore his religion is vain. Vain meaning empty. All right? So what you established America on, you think you established it on God, your religion is vain. You really didn't. You just talking shit.
Yeah.
All right? But we're gonna practice your amendment. Okay? Now back to the Second Amendment. A lot of people only think about the second part, to keep and bear arms. No, a regulated militia. So stop talking that shit on TikTok, talking about, the Democrats and the Republicans, and go be about it. It's your right.
Yeah.
It is your right.
And they're even at a point where they know that their country is being controlled by a whole nother country, but they're sitting there and just doing podcasts about it, and going to schools and debating about it, and nothing. They're not doing anything.
They're not doing anything.
Where's your militia about this?
You have a right. Okay?
Exercise.
Exercising. All in all, what it really is, you're just scared. Okay? And the government has too much control. The government has too much control. That's it. This all reminds me of when Trump said he was going to send National Guardsmen to Chicago. And these dumb Negroes responded. They said, okay, Trump, we ain't scared. All on TikTok. We ain't scared. Send your these niggas in Chicago. Crazy, bro. Send your National Guard. We got switches.
They're gonna hit everybody but you.
You got switches. Bro, they got drones that can pinpoint your mama's location, bro. Cut it out. And they're not even sending the Army or the Marines. They're sending the National Guard. Probably weekend warriors. Reserve members. That alternate shifts. I guess I work from Friday to Sunday, and then go back to my 9 to 5 in fucking Wyoming. And then the next reserve will come over to Chicago. That's all they're doing. When they get there, they're already there, aren't they? In Chicago? Or he's about to send, because he's about to send another force to Memphis.
Yeah, I believe they're there.
They gon'
I heard about Memphis, yeah.
crime is gonna go down. You niggas aren't gonna do shit. Real talk, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Okay? Alright? That word of friend, you got a precept?
Yeah,
Daniel 8:25, get that.
Daniel 8:25.
Yep.
And through his policy, also,
Get the word policy. And through his policy, go ahead.
and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Yes, so remember, Daniel 8:25 is speaking about the white man. And through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper. Okay? Oh, you stopped? Okay. No worries. I thought Jay Crown. Yeah. Stir. Nah, bro, you understand shit. Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna send National Guard. Send fucking Marines. That's what he's doing. Because the Constitution tells you 3/5 of a people, okay? Tells you 3/5 that the American military are to protect foreign and domestic. Understand that. When you go and pledge and swear in to the military, you repeat it. You repeat that oath back, and in that oath it says to defend foreign and domestic. So you domestic niggas are really T-words to Esau, man. Y'all are really T-words to Esau. Alright? Get that word policy.
It's from the Oxford policy. It says a course or principle of action adopted or proposed by a government, a party, a business, or an individual.
So, pretty much government. Alright? So, rereading Daniel 8:25, it says, and through his government, go ahead.
And through his government, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Get the word craft. Alright? Because through his government, he is causing a craft. And what is the craft? Craft. Alright? It's tricky. But get that word craft.
This is craft on the etymology online. It's his power, physical strength, might, skill.
That's good. Because it says what? Through his government, he causes his power to prosper. Alright, go ahead.
It says it says to include skill, art, talent. Yeah.
Okay. So craft is also being skillful.
And then
Go ahead.
there's this last part here. It says requiring a special skill.
Yeah. Requiring a special skill. Okay? And the special skill that Esau has is deception.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's called the devil. Deceiver. Alright? So, back to Daniel 8:25, it says through his policy or through his government, he shall cause what? Craft or his skill to be devious, or his skill to be mischievous, his skill to be powerful. You know? Go ahead. It says, oh, go ahead.
I gotta put precept on that
Get it, bro.
because this is the lesson. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 11. Going into the wicked. It says, let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
See, our law, okay, our law is righteous. So that's where our power and our craft lies. And that's our government. Our government has these 613 laws, statutes, and commandments that operate like a well-oiled machine to bring forth righteousness.
No amendments?
No amendments, because it doesn't need it. Amendment just simply means to add.
Yeah.
All right? It just simply means to add. That's it. They're just adding on. How many amendments are there now? Probably like 27, 28? Maybe more. Probably like that. All right? Because we have, how many?
27.
27. Okay. So there's 27 amendments to, what is it? Their 10 commandments, which is what they call the Bill of Rights. All right? The first 10 bills. All right? We understand our 10 commandments. You know, you follow those 10 commandments, everything else follows. Would you want to say something?
Yeah. That the law, statutes, commandments go back to the beginning. That it was passed on orally for the longest. But you see it develop throughout the scripts. The Constitution here is 250 years old. And it has 27 amendments when this is the law, statutes, commandments are way older. No amendments.
And the Constitution, Bill of Rights, all of that shit is way more complicated than what the average person thinks. Because you gotta understand this. Of course, you got checks and balances. You have the 3 branches of the government. No, you say it.
Legislative, judicial, and executive.
There you go. And they all check one another. Under what? The Constitution. All of them have to be under the Constitution. So even so, when a president wants to do or wants to implement an executive order, it has to be what you call constitutional. For it to go through Congress, for them to actually look at it, and the judges to judge if it's okay or not. Okay? It's simple. So all these executive orders are kind of attached to the Constitution too. And if you look at the history of executive orders, there are some presidents that wrote thousands of executive orders that are now law.
Yeah.
But I thought the Constitution was just the law. No. Now you got to look at these executive orders that are now law. They just came out with an order for ICE that they literally, blatantly, they can literally socially profile. They came out with another law for ICE. And they deemed it constitutional. They came out with another law for ICE to where work visas are no longer legal. So if you had a work visa in this country to come in here and work, you may have had a work visa for 30 years. You are now an illegal immigrant. And they can get you up out of here whatever way they deem necessary. They just read the Constitution.
Yeah.
Then you got your state going down to your local community laws, your county laws. Like we always mention, we're in Fulton County right now. You go up north and get into Cobb, you're under a whole new set of law.
Yeah.
Why? Prime example, when you look at the license plates in Georgia. Why can't it just be a Georgia license plate? No, it has to be a Georgia's license plate with your fucking county. If you live in DeKalb, it's gonna have DeKalb at the bottom. If you live in I don't know, fucking Rome. If you live in Rome, it's gonna have Floyd County on it. If you live in fucking Kennesaw, you're gonna have Cobb County. If you live in Gwinnett, you're gonna have Gwinnett County.
Rockmart,
all
Henry,
that.
all that.
You're gonna go down south, you're gonna have Clayco County on it. All right? Why? Because each county has their own set of laws and own set of way of doing something. All under the banner of your diabolical Constitution.
I got
Go ahead.
from
Salaki. That's why the scriptures say they stumble at the simplicity of Yahushua. When you go into 44, Yahushua said he is the law. Okay? The law was written of him. He's the law. Okay? So when you go back to the law, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Nothing more, nothing less. Do not eat the pig. Okay. That's all it is. Hearing what's a contradiction? Esau's law, not really 50 billion, but just like one big contradiction in Esau's law. It's just like, okay, oh shit. Since we're on the Second Amendment, right? There are states.
Oh yeah.
There are states
Open carry system.
that allow open carry or concealed carry, and then you cross the state border, they don't even allow guns. Now you're cooked.
Yeah. The Mac is incapacitated.
Or the Mac
A
is
little too high,
right.
you're in trouble
You,
now.
you
You're
may
a felon now.
you may live in Texas, and it's okay to have a 30-round capacity, but then you drive over to California, and you're 30 round. You're now serving 10 years. Whoa! I thought this was America, the United States of America.
Freedom ring.
With freedom, man.
Don't tread on me.
These white people mad. Yeah, you're living in my goods. You got the Mexicans taking my girl. Well, hell about to break news. It's Civil War. Civil War's already started. It's been started. What people don't understand about Civil War, especially in the modern time, they think all wars is fucking physical. No. It's shit. Alex Jones did his name of his goddamn thing, InfoWars.
Yeah.
It's information wars, women against men, gender against gender, male against female, and shapeshifters. What you believe in?
Class war.
Class war. Let's not even talk about abortions. What considers life? What? Why are these even questions? All stem off of your constitution, because that's how you established this country. All right, go ahead.
To add to the executive orders done to the Constitution, it says while there is no universally agreed upon exact number, this is from the AI overview, it says the best estimate for the number of U.S. executive orders is over 15,900. So almost 16,000 executive orders to the Constitution. It says the precise figure is complicated by changes in how orders were recorded throughout history, with an official numbering system only starting in 1907. So just over 100 years, that's where
you want to eat? Okay. Let's talk spiritual. You want to kind of know what is an executive order of the Bible? The law of faith.
Yeah.
When you go into the law, does the law specifically say go to the highways and byways?
No.
Or did Yahweh Shai say that? But was it along with the law?
Yeah. So obedience, yeah.
See what I'm saying? All right, that's kind of but there's not a lot of those executive orders either.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those, what you can maybe deem an executive order is just character building.
Yeah. That's exactly just what I want to bring up. That in a lot of those, like the hair. Yep. Man to have a long hair. That's not law, but
yeah. So really, shit. Take it back to Ezekiel with pulling the hair.
Oh yeah.
You take that's in the Old Testament already. He's already repeating something that was already written.
Yeah.
You know, so technically he's just keeping it. We see the examples of Avalon, things of that nature. You know, so there's certain specific laws, but nothing was ever truly added to the law. Now you look that up, now just type in how many laws are in the Bible. And people still think 613 laws. And that's another thing. There's 613 to if they apply to you. You may not have a woman. So most of the laws that deal with how to deal with a woman, it doesn't apply.
Yeah. Like you brought out Leviticus to the 15th chapter concerning women and menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
That's an example.
Yeah. If you're not dealing with it, if you necessarily just know it, okay, it's bare knowledge, but okay. There's laws on how you tend and care for a beast. You know? Shit, even the book of Proverbs talks about how one loveth his beast. You know? This way, everything, the law encompasses everything. You know, there's no need for amendments. There's no need for executive orders or extensions or branches to it. There's no need. Shit. Even when you go into checks and balances, take your sacrifice to the Levites. done. And keep the law. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we have a different frame of checks and balances because what checks and balances are in order. Yes, this is order. But theirs is fucking weird. It goes on the president's desk, the president signs it, then it has to go to the House, to the representatives, then it has to go through the Senate, then it has to go to the Congress. Then if the Congress disapproves it, it goes back another step. Like, bro, this is all screwed off. Yeah. Even when you go to the executive, matter of fact, go to the executive order site real quick. Pull up a random executive order, and then it's going to show you, it shows the process of what you went through. So whenever you hear somebody say a certain law, yes, it's with the House right now. It's in a certain step. All right? It was written, introduced, then it goes to the House, then it goes to the Senate, Congress, on the president's desk to sign off on it. All right? Yeah, I'll pull it up. Agree with you, sir.
It's Psalms 19:7. The law of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is perfect, converting the soul.
Yeah, reread it, bro.
The law of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is sure, making wise the simple. And if I can get that word perfect is thamayim. Complete, whole, entire.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Complete, whole, entire. There is no changes to our law, man. You know what I'm saying? But yet these Edomites say that that the law is done away with when there's never been one change, but yet they want to die for their bill of rights, and there's been 15,000 changes to them, man. Just goes to show that this place is confusion. Babal.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Maybe this is just
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Ooh. A government of a prudent man is well ordered. A prudent man, prudent means wise. All right? Read it.
Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man.
That's another thing. Well, a wise judge will instruct. A lot of these laws that become law, people are informed of it. Let's get an account real quick. Go to either one of these. King Josiah or King Hezekiah. Either one. Matter of fact, go to King Josiah and find where you read the law.
In front of it.
So everybody will know what's up. Esau doesn't come and read one big beautiful bill to everybody.
Yeah.
To tell you what's in it, what's going on, this is what the law is, this is what it's going to be. I found it, bro.
They'll put a freaking distraction there and then pass a law, and then you won't even know about it until months later.
Yep.
Like the Fed.
Let me show you this. This is how Esau rocks. All right. You can see that. So this is the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, or that came out that was like in fucking May or something.
Yeah,
this is the tracker. This is how Esau does his shit. This is checks and balances. Shit. All right, this is checks and balances. The tracker says keeps getting blurry, but the tracker says introduce, pass House, pass Senate, resolving differences. Two presidents become law. So look at all the steps it has to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps for it to become law. Okay? Now the brother just read, a wise judge will instruct his people. Who's the wise judge? It's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Who did he go and instruct? Moses. He went up on the mount and got the instructions. Okay? It's simple in that. It had to go from the Heavenly Father to Moses to the people. And there was no resolving differences. Moses wasn't up there being like, well, Lord, love, honor thy mother. Maybe we should just do honor thy father. There was no debate.
Concessions, that's what they call it. Let's put in this concession.
There was no stalling. When Esau makes a law, there's stalling. In his court system, they have something called what?
A filibuster.
I knew you knew what I was talking about. They have something called a filibuster. There's a movie on it. Old movie, black and white. What is it? I think that's it. It's something like that. Yes. Very old. Black and white. So what? Oh, that's fine. They made me watch it in high school. When I was in government. So it showed the process. It showed the process of a filibuster. Ain't no filibustering with the Lord. The Lord says, he's the wise judge. This is what it is, and this is what y'all gonna follow. It doesn't have to be introduced and then go through the house, then go through the Senate, then resolving differences, then go into the president, then become the law. You know what Esau's law is? It's playing the game of phone. Like, I could be like, yeah, telephone. I'd be like, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
And they go through 8 avenues, they come back to me. You a hoe ass nigga. What the fuck, bro? I didn't say that. That's what Esau shit is. Okay?
Confusion.
It's confusion, exactly. Y'all are breaking down Babylon. Babylon. It's confusion. Land confusion. Alright?
Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Simple. Woe, meaning destruction. Unto them. Who's the them? Because that's y'all know your pronouns now.
Yes, no.
It's a hey. Yeah. Okay, well, who's the them? Alright? It's Eve. Who's Eve? It's Esau. Who's Esau today? The self-proclaimed white man. Self-proclaimed white man. Because he really red. Right? You see your fucking blood vessels through your skin. It's nasty. It's gross. Get away. When the sun hits you, you turn cherry fucking red. You look like that truck behind you. And it's ugly. Okay? Sunscreen can't save you. Stay out the sun. Go be a caveman like you were built to be. Simple. You're ugly. Man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, continuing on.
Yes, you're ugly.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Yep.
and that right grievousness which
Now,
they have prescribed.
This is not R-I-G-H-T right, because there's nothing right about it either. This is a W-R-I-T-E. Try to spell any of those rights. Terribly spelled. This is like actual writing. Okay? It said prescribed.
Yeah, prescribed, right?
Alright? So you have to, it's a predetermined thought that they have to scribe. What scribe is like a writing. Alright? That's why Baruch was a scribe. Shit, Baruch might be walking up right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the spirit.
Nah.
I know. You know? He really got Baruch's spirit on him. But he was a scribe, meaning to write. So you gotta think of a malicious activity that you wanted to write down and put on the people. It says decree. What's the word decree mean? Okay, you stay there and find the word decree. Alright? Because you gotta actually break the scripts down and understand what each word means. Alright? Woe, destruction unto them. We know who the them is. It's the white man. Okay? That writing, alright? Physically writing. And unrighteous, meaning unjust, it's unfair. Okay? And what's the word decree? You can just get it in like a regular Google definition or etymology. Oh shit.
Just bring out Isaiah 14:21. Let's just cut to the chase.
Someone wrote it on deck.
This is a decree. Yep. Just Google it. It says an official order issued by a legal authority.
All right. So
In
go-
Isaiah 13.
Go on to them.
Joined unto them.
That decree, that what? Give an official order by a legal authority, which is the government, which is the policy that is in January 25. So, woe, destruction unto the Edomites that give legal orders that are unrighteous and right there. And that are grievous. What's the word? What's the word grievous? Get the word grievous.
Wait, what?
Jake better watch out. Jake better fucking watch out. You better watch out. And he don't even know the fucking terminology of lingo lines. He don't even know I'm talking to him. The sheep shall hear my voice.
Isaiah 13. Joined unto them.
Sheep shall hear my voice. Jake don't even know I'm talking to him. They'll go around. People who are docile are living under a damn rock. Lynching is still a thing. It's just not broadcast anymore. And the ones that do get put on the news is because they slip the fuck up. It's still a thing. It ain't safe out here around these white folk. It ain't.
It's really not.
It's not safe.
Especially when you add alcohol.
When you add alcohol. That's why they call, what do they call alcohol? They call it spirit.
Yeah.
When you drink alcohol, that true spirit comes out. It ain't safe out here. America still lynches. It's not safe to be around these white people. Go ahead, bro.
This is grievous in Google. It says of something bad, very severe, or serious.
Something bad, very serious. Why else is there an order to have, what, a few years ago was an order to get a mass order of hollow point ammunition for law enforcement in military. There's been a decree to legalize the guillotine again. That's why I say, bro, it's not far-fetched to understand that lynching still goes on. Because people think, oh, they don't use the guillotine anymore. You got it misconstrued. The guillotine is legalized. The guillotine is legalized. Just because they veered away from it doesn't mean they de-legalized it. It's still legal. It's in the law. I mean, it's in their law. It's crazy. It's a spirit. I watched the video. I watched. So what? No, not that. It was like a little short. No, actually, no. It was like a 2-minute video speaking about the science behind the guillotine and why they for so long they deemed it a humane way for them to execute somebody.
Yeah.
Until about 1905 or 1910, when a scientist actually went to a beheading, okay, of an execution, and when they did it, they chopped the head off. The head was still blinking, but the head was still conscious. He called the name of the person who got beheaded, and it would look at it, and then look away. And he would do it again, and he would look at it, and look away. And there was another instance of a woman who got beheaded, and he picked the head up of the woman, and slapped her, and the head, and the face frowned.
Like, beat me while I'm down, right, don't you?
No, really. Let's talk about it. Because fuck what Esau says when he says humane.
Right.
Nothing's humane about Esau. Okay? Nothing is humane about Esau. Alright? So let's talk about it. Really, let me say this. There's nothing humane about a death penalty. Because we serve a living power. There's just judgments and consequences. That's simple. We read about people getting stoned. Or you know, if you have a bad seed, you go to and they don't listen, you go stone them.
Yeah.
Let's be real. You think stoning is
Punishment.
It's a terrible way to go out, right? Absolutely terrible. But there's consequences. There's judgments. There's certain actions that you can do to prevent getting to that consequence. Now let's talk about our kitchen thing. Let's talk about, again, going back to that what you call it? With the beheading. Yeah, the guillotine. All right. Esau, like I said, it's studied and it shows that your spirit is still there.
Yeah.
Your spirit is still there. Okay? You just cut some nerves off. Of course, you're going to end up diminishing at a point. But you got to look at this. You take a chicken and you wring its neck or chop it off. What is the body doing? Going buck fucking wild. I don't know if any of y'all even better. I've done it. Plenty of times. Going up to Louisiana.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
You either wring the neck or you chop the head. Shit. Even cleaning fish sometimes. Fish, when you clean fish, sometimes they still move. I saw a damn video of a bitch frying fish. She bought from the store and that motherfucker's still wobbling on the skillet. Or in the oven. Because the nerves are still going. Okay, go ahead, man.
Just looked up how long a head survives after being cut off. It says, well, some historical accounts and anecdotal evidence suggests longer periods of consciousness, possibly up to 60 seconds, with reports of eye movement. Modern scientific understanding and studies on animals indicate the process of the brain dying begins very quickly. But it says 30 seconds there. Up to 30
That's
seconds.
Really a long time.
Yeah.
Let me say this too. I'm not trying to get too like older or whatever, but if you ever seen a video of a person, you know, getting unalived by a weapon to the cranium, their body just doesn't go limp. Everything reacts.
We just saw it.
Yeah.
Everything reacts. You see what I'm saying? Your nerves go into this, oh, what the fuck stage.
Yeah, shock.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you, let's take it down a level to even getting tased. There's some people who still function.
Mm-hmm.
Their nerves are getting shocked. Okay? The spirit just don't go out that easy. You see what I'm saying? Because the spirit was meant to be here to thrive on this level. Okay? That's why what? The scriptures say heaven is coming down on earth. Alright? Heaven is coming down. Our spirits are meant to thrive on earth. So it's still fighting to stay. So beheading, whatever, oh, we did it by lethal injection. No motherfucker's still alive. And that's it. All that proves sting to death. So when someone gets guillotined, they definitely feel that shit.
Oh, yeah.
They feel it in their whole body, in their head. They feel it.
They say, they talk about phantom limbs, like people that get their arm or leg, not decapitated, but amputated. And how they'll still kind of feel their limb being there. Got precept, yeah. Proverbs 12 and verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Cruel.
You know, they're cool. See, with the scriptures, you don't see us doing it. You don't see us. He passes by every time. We don't get fucked up.
They just say,
I heard it too.
yeah, I heard.
That's fine with me. 'Cause
He always passes by, honks, and
Yeah.
kind of scoffs a little bit. I've seen him. We see him all the time. Same little tone. But anywho, you never see in the scriptures where we do an experiment on an animal.
Yeah, never.
Never.
You grew up doing that here.
You know?
That was it on that.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Yeah. Confirm what I'm saying to this. Just like I said, there's three heavens, there's three firmaments. This earth is considered one heaven. Okay, then you have the Uranus, okay, which is the bulges expanse of the sky, the actual, that's another firmament, and then you have another layer, right? So when it says, ye heavens rejoice in them, don't the scriptures in the Thessalonians tell us to rejoice evermore? So that to read that as speaking to you as well. Okay? Because you are to rejoice in this heaven too. Regardless of the terrestrial body that you're in. You still need to find something to rejoice about. That's why the Lord created something to hope. So we can hope that a lot of these people are desolate of hope. They have nothing else to hope for. It's white. These Edomites are going to shoot like their 401k sucks a big one. They're going to off themselves. They're going to hope in anything but their 401k. And they put all their hope in this economy that's going to crash. But we put our hope in something that's eternal and that's everlasting. So therefore, rejoice evermore. So rejoice ye that are in the heavens. It's talking to us too. Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Hey, woe, destruction to the inhabitants of the earth. Those are the ones who deserve it. Because do the elect 144,000, did the scripture say they're going to be destroyed? But are they on earth? Absolutely they're on earth. But they're not going to be destroyed. When the scriptures say scriptures talking about how the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of, he has a controversy with these wicked ass motherfuckers out there. When we always talk Jacob's trouble, even though we are Jacob, it's for 2/3 of it. It's really for 2/3 of it. Though we're gonna be around it, we may see it, we may feel it. You know what I'm saying? But we always have Psalm 91 to fall back on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's for 2/3. It's for these. No, slacking not. It's for these niggas. Okay? Not these niggas. Because these niggas are the righteous. Only people on the planet Earth calling themselves these names are the elect 144 anyway.
Yeah.
All the rest is niggas. You know?
African Americans.
Yeah, I no longer call Mexicans Mexicans, I call them niggers. They're Mexican niggers. They're fucking niggers. New name. Okay? Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
Coming down on you has a great wrath. He knoweth that he has a short time. And in that short time, he's going to bring out the MOTV. He's going to cut your free speech. Amos 8:11 is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then all y'all going to come running to us, trying to grab the skirt of him that is the Jew. Okay? Then you're going to really find out who the real Jews are. Because the Lord's going to be with us. All right? Anybody have any closing remarks? All right. So with that, we're going to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Akabash.
Give honor to the apostles and elders of the millstone and women teach well. Peace up, salutation to the left hand on the first week. Take the next time to the shalom, like always, repent for the Yahushua is coming back soon.
Shalom.